has been a minute, but we have finally started running again. I'm gonna get into that journey, but right now we just finished a run, so we're just gonna take a look at it real fast. I'm using the Coros Pace 3. Today, we picked up the pace a little bit. So I've been trying to run 3 miles easy. Like, it's an ego killer. It's an ego killer because when we were running every day, you know, until October, end of September before I stopped, I was able to run 3 miles at like a 9:50 low heart rate, like 148, 145. Can't do that no more. It's been a minute. So, but today we did a 1.5 miles. We did a 1/4 mile warm up at 11:15 per pace. And then we went into a mile at an 8:52. Did that for a mile, back down, 1/4 mile, cool down at 11:32 for a total time of 14 minutes. 44.9 seconds working out the whole time. Best mile, obviously the average was 9:34. Average heart rate, 164. I found that kind of shocking, but I guess that also is an effect of the 1/4 mile warm up, 1/4 mile cool down. Training load, low, 57. That kind of hurt my feelings. But right here, I'll throw up the screen I'm looking at. The aerobic endurance, power threshold, anaerobic endurance. That's where we spent 36% of our run today was in the anaerobic endurance. And it wasn't bad. I'm learning how to posture correctly. But now I want to get into why I quit running. And I have missed running. Never thought I would like running, but I've missed running. So we're gonna get into that. All right, so what happened was, so when I was 18, I broke my leg. And when I broke my leg, I had to have surgery. I broke my tib and fib. They put a titanium rod from my knee to my ankle. 2 screws in my ankle, 2 screws in my knee. Now, before the surgery, they told me that this would most likely result in arthritis later down the line. It's just a byproduct of coming in to a body and putting in hardware, essentially. Well, last September, I started having crazy amounts of burning in my leg, in my knee, in front of my knee, the side, behind. It didn't matter what I did. I couldn't sit long periods of time. Like driving in a car, I had to take roads I knew I could use cruise control so I could straighten my leg out. It hurt so bad. And the burning, it just continuously kept getting worse. So I finally told my wife, I was like, hey, we're gonna have to schedule an MRI. So I scheduled an MRI, went to a specialist, and they judge arthritis on a scale from 0 to 4. 0 obviously being you have none, and 4 being the worst possible scenario. He said that I was a 3. He said I was a 3. So immediately he's like, you can't run. I had already not been running for a month. And I was in the process of training for the nationwide marathon in Columbus. And I was feeling pretty good. So it was devastating to find that out. And I got to the point where he gave me a steroid shot to help a little bit. And I got so sick for 3 weeks. I was so sick. And finally bounced back, and he was like, yeah, you want to schedule the surgery? I'll go in, I'll scrape it all, we'll put this stuff in there. I started looking what was in that shot. I try to be mindful of what medicines I take anyways because I'm diabetic. So I was looking into that shot, and there was some weird stuff in there. So I decided to not go with that route. I started taking copious amounts of fish oil and turmeric, and I started praying. It's like, Lord, there's no way that this is how this has to go. And with fish oil and turmeric accompanied by prayer, I was able to start running. I've been running for 3 weeks now, and I have 0 knee pain. No burning, no uncomfortability. Now, I also have lost a little bit of weight. I think I'm down 8 pounds. So I know the weight loss is also going to help that as well. But initially, within a week of starting fish oil, turmeric, and prayer, I have no pain. No pain whatsoever. Well, it's the fish oil and it's the turmeric. What does prayer have to do with it? Come on. It has been working. I've been running 3 miles a day, besides Sunday, 6 days a week, 3 miles a day, no pain, zero pain. So now I'm able to get back into this. So starting Monday, I am doing a half marathon prep for the Flying Pig in Cincinnati. And I'm super stoked. My buddy Jack is also running. I'll link his YouTube below. Fantastic creator and athlete as well. He is doing a full marathon, I believe, for Flying Pig. I'm gonna sign up for the half marathon. I'm so stoked that I'm able to be running again. Like I've said before, I never thought I would like running. I've always hated running, but I think it's because I've always been a bigger guy. I'm learning that our bodies are capable of much more than we do, much more than we think they are. Truett Haynes, and he has a brand and it's called It's Just Pain. And that sounds super silly, but legitimately, like every time my legs are hurting during a run where I'm like just stiff, I'm tight, maybe I'm not hydrated enough, after a minute of moving, after that first mile, and you just settle in, it goes away. So imagine all the opportunities I would miss if I just stopped at 3/4 of a mile every run and just made excuses. It's time for me personally. No more excuses. I've counted myself out because I'm diabetic. I've counted myself out because of my knee. I've let those two things be a crutch for me my entire life. I was diagnosed when I was 12 with diabetes. And since then, I have used those two as a crutch my entire life. And it's time to stop being lazy. I'm documenting this. I'm doing this process. My buddy Jack, I was talking to him, and he documents everything. And it's like, it's not because the YouTube wants to be a massive growth. It's because I want to be able to look back January of 2027 and be like, wow, for the first time in my life, I pushed myself to do things that was uncomfortable and painful, and I made it through there, and look at the growth of 2026. I have a lot of goals I want to push myself to do that I have never thought was possible. So it's going to be an amazing year, pushing and growing through the pain. I'm sure there'll be tears. I'm sure it is going to be daunting, but it's time to stop walking around with crutches and a mentality that says I can't do something, I can't do something. When in all reality, if you put in the work and the time and the effort and show up every day consistently, it's better to be consistently good than occasionally great. And that is what we're doing in 2026.
Spark it up.